So yesterday I became a champion of nowhere. Keep watching to find out how.
So, as everyone knows by now, COVID is something that the entire world is dealing with. And not just fighting off the virus itself and trying to stay safe, but a lot of local businesses are struggling to stay afloat. And the comic book industry is no exception to that, especially local small shops. And my local shop, Nowhere Games and Comics in San Marcos, California, has come up with a very fun and creative way to help support the industry in their store, as well as expand your collection or get into comics if you're new to them. What they have created is a program that operates very similar to a lot of Patreons out there that they're calling the Friends of Nowhere. And there's different tiers that you can buy in at. And depending on how much you decide to spend, they will cater a package to you, whether it's a collection of comic books or a trade paperback or two, or on the high end, an omnibus. And I'm very proud and happy to say that I became the very first Champion of Knowhere, which is the high tier, and I got an omnibus. But enough of that. I will get into that later and show you what I got. But if you are interested in this program, do find them on Facebook at Nowhere Games and Comics or on Instagram, Nowhere GC. They also have a website, or give them a call at 760-891-8333. Um, this is a really fun way to get into it to expand your comic collection. If you're new to comic books, it's a very inexpensive, fun way to do it because the retail value of what you will receive is much higher than what you buy in at. And there's several different tiers, so you don't have to like go all in. And even at the very top, it is very affordable. Like I said, I went in for the top tier, got a really great omnibus that Matthias hand selected. Really stoked about it. He did a great job of picking it out. Fits my collection perfectly. It's stuff that I haven't read all of. I've read a few of them, but they're very hard to find. And I'll get into that now. So just give me a moment here and I'll show you what I have.
So let's take a look at what I got. Now I bought in at the $50 level, which is the top tier, and became the very first champion of nowhere. And for that, I got this amazing omnibus. And I say amazing because I haven't read it completely yet, but I started flipping through it and it is fantastic. I am a big fan of Shang-Chi and Iron Fist, and I have a lot of the comic books. I have a few of these magazines because, yes, this is a compilation of magazines that Marvel put out. Which makes it very different, but they aren't the easiest things to come by. So this is a fantastic addition to my collection, and I'm just going to show it off. If you're not familiar with what an omnibus is, it is a very thick compiled book, usually of comic books. This one is of magazines, like I said, that Marvel published, I think, starting in 1974 for a more mature adult reader. And what omnibuses do is, like I said, they collect a series of them in one nice hard book. As you can see here are some of the covers of the titles in here. It has both Shang-Chi and Iron Fist as stories of these. And this one specifically is compiling the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu 1 through 18 and Special Number 1, as well as the Deadliest Heroes of Kung Fu Number 1. Now, I think, where's the price on that? This, I think, retails for about $125. So for $50, yeah, there it is. For $50, I got one heck of a bargain. Plus, like I said, these magazines aren't the easiest things to come by, and when you do find them, they're usually in terrible condition. And so, this is a great addition to my comic book collection. So what the magazines were back in the 70s were, like I said, for more mature adult readers, but because magazines were larger than comic books, a simple comic book did not fit into the magazine, so they did a lot more with it, which is really cool, especially with these kung fu titles. And I'll flip through kind of briefly here to give you an idea of what it looks like, but we'll try our best not to violate any copyright. So I'll just kind of flip through. So you get the black and white printed stories in comic book fashion like you are accustomed to. But on top of that, these books often did this one's a biography, a small biography about Bruce Lee. So it had all martial arts related topics, whether it be movie reviews, TV reviews. Sometimes they would do interviews with different dojos and tournaments. And as you can see, there's a lot of really cool stuff in here, all martial arts related, and the way that the magazines were printed, including any ads that may have been in them. And so it is a really cool thing to own, and I'm excited to slowly work my way through this. Probably won't be that slow because I already got through the first 100 pages or so. Um, but I am very, very excited to have this, and it is a great addition. Like I said, Matthias did a phenomenal job in knowing what I'm interested in and hand selecting this. So if you are interested in supporting a local store, definitely check them out. Again, it's Nowhere Games and Comics. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram, and call them and ask about their different buy-in levels, and they will ask you some questions, kind of figure out what you're interested in, and set you up with something as cool as this, if not even better, because you might not be into Kung Fu or Iron Fist or Shang-Chi. So that said, I'm just going to go ahead and sign off. This is a really cool book, and don't worry, I did stretch the spine before opening it. For anyone that is familiar with omnibuses, I did not just go and stress out the glue on this thing. Anyways, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching.